Hello, welcome to another English class at ISIFE EDUBLOG. We're still working on nouns, continuation of our first lesson, and we shall be looking at countable nouns. Countable nouns are also called count nouns. I did say I would explain when I listed the nouns and labeled the countable and uncountable nouns as count, that is C-O-U-N-T, and uncount nouns. Now, what is the idea behind the word count? Usually, there was this definition that says a countable noun is a noun that can be counted, while an uncountable noun is a noun that cannot be counted. This is not actually the case. Now, a countable noun has a plural form. That's why there is a slight change in my own definition. These are nouns that have plural forms. Alright? A countable noun is a noun that has a plural form. That is why we say count. We say count because quite a good number of nouns that can be counted do not have plural forms. Some nouns are countable, but they do not have plural forms. While there are nouns that you cannot actually count. In fact, some of them you are even in doubt whether they exist. For instance, spirit. Some people believe in spirit, others do not believe in it. That is the idea that people can appear when they have died, ghosts or things like that. You know, some people believe in ghosts, some do not believe in it. But then the word ghost is a count noun. That is, it can be counted. It has plural form, so to say. Whether you believe it or not, whether you know that they exist or not, ghost is a count noun or a countable noun because it has a plural form. That's what we mean. We have our examples as girl, girls. We've talked about spirit, spirits, ghost, ghosts, church, churches, baby, babies. For the purpose of convenience, we have divided the countable nouns into two. So that we have regular nouns and irregular nouns. What is a regular noun? A regular noun is a noun that forms its plural by adding s or es to the singular form. A noun that forms its plural by adding s or es to the singular form is a regular noun. When we worked on verbs, if you watched a lesson on verbs, we also talked about the regular and irregular verb. Now, how do we form the plurals? That's what we are looking at. Regular nouns. Apple adds s to the singular form to become plural. Apples. Bottle, bottles. Noise, noises. It's a typical example of the nouns that you cannot count, yet it has plural form. Noise. I wonder how you intend to count it, but we have noises. Alright? Then we have horse for horses, car for cars, spirit for spirits, book for books, umbrella for umbrellas, ray for rays, joy for joys, and toy for toys. Now, from this point, we have a different arrangement where F would have to change to V before you add the ES to form the plural, or the S to form the plural. Now, knife, the F will change to V, and you add your S. So knife, knives, wife, wives, life, lives. Remember that there is a usage where life does not take the a plural form. If life means life as in things happening generally in the world, when life does not mean the absence of death, but means all activities in the world, it does not take the S form. So when people say whatever life brings, life in that sense does not take the plural form. Alright? So life that is count or countable is an individual's ability to breathe. That is life, that one can be counted, or that one has plural form. That is what I mean. Okay, so calf for calves. Baby, then again there is a change here. We change Y to I to form a plural. Words ending in Y after a consonant. Words ending in Y after a consonant. You could see that joy was just joys. Ray was just rays. Now, again, here is monkey, valley, donkey. These words have a vowel before the Y. A vowel before the Y. A vowel before the Y. The presence of these vowels will not allow the Y to change to I. So that we have monkeys, the Y is retained. Valleys, the Y is retained. Donkeys, the Y is retained. Alright? But in the case of a word ending in Y and the Y comes after a consonant, the Y will change to I. So, baby will be babies. Lady, ladies, Y changing to I. City, cities, Y changing to I. Party, parties, Y changing to I. Family, families. Country, countries. Before I forget, I did not mention that chief is one word where you have the F retaining its position in the plural form. So you have chiefs, right? Chief for chiefs. The F does not change. I think roof behaves the same way. Roof, roofs, the F is retained. Now, we go to other examples. We have mosquito. The L ends this word, and to form the plural, you add an E. Alright? So, mosquito for mosquitoes, there is E before the S. Mango, mangoes. Tomato, tomatoes. But in the next stage, the E doesn't come in. So we have photo, photos, no E. Dynamo, dynamos, no E. Piano for pianos, no E. Bamboo for bamboos, no E. Now, here we look at some words. We have sock. A lot of you might not know that sock can actually has the singular form because we call it socks. Yes, I agree. It's usually used socks because you have two legs, a pair of socks. Now, however, if you're looking for the left leg of your socks, it is sock. Right? I've seen the right sock. I'm looking for the left sock. Alright? That is what I mean. Now, shoe, your left leg shoe or your right leg shoe, then the two of them constitute your shoes. So, one leg is shoe, the second leg shoe, the two legs shoes. Now, stocking or stockings. Now, these, a lot of Nigerians mistake this for this, or this for this. What I mean is this. A stocking is far longer and is worn by women. A stocking gets a better part of the lap, goes far beyond, a little beyond the knee, maybe not too far, but goes beyond the knees to the lap. But the sock sticks to the knee at most for footballers, but just covers the ankle and above, So the sock is different. What we wear to school mostly is the sock. So make sure you're wearing your socks. There are not too many schools where girls wear stockings to school, and at some of such schools they call it house. I don't know, but stockings are mostly worn by women. It will be more of a comic material, a costume for a man to wear it, So let's shoes, stockings, and all that. Then please note the difference between the two. We've talked about monkey for monkeys, the Y not changing, valley for valleys, the Y not changing, donkey for donkeys, and chief for chiefs. So we'll take the irregular nouns, still talking of the countable nouns. We'll take the irregular nouns to see how they form their own plural. Irregular nouns are nouns that form their plurals by means other than the addition of s or es. So you really can't predict them any longer. The regular nouns you could guess, but the irregular nouns are unpredictable. So you study them to know how they behave. Now, the first thing is that there is a change in internal vowel. Even when this is popular, I see here so many people say, my teeth is paining me, which means they regard teeth as a singular, right? My tooth aches, my tooth aches, my teeth ache, my teeth ache, when you mean more than one. Okay, so let's see. So man, the A in man changes to E to form the plural men. Woman, women, foot, feet, tooth, teeth, goose, geese, mouse, mice. Alright? Then we can also form plurals under the irregular nouns using the EN or the REN morpheme. So the word ox, the plural form becomes oxen, child or children, brother or sister in religious parlance. To make the plural form brother or sister in religions, Christianity for instance, they usually say brethren, right? Then there is also a behavior associated with origin of words. So words of Latin origin, for instance, behave like this. So we have memorandum. The plural form of memorandum is memoranda. Of course, you have erratum for errata, terminus for termini, index, indices or indexes, fungus, fungi, radius, radii, radius for radii, Medium, media, stadium, stadia. In modern English, you also have stadiums, right? Stadiums. Formula for formally, and stratum for straighter, stratum for straighter. Words of Greek origin also have their own ways. So we have axis for axis. So the I changes to E, just like you had a change of internal vowel in the first case. So axis for axis, basis for basis, basis, basis. When this E comes, the S here becomes realized as Z. It was S here, but here it becomes Z. Alright? So axis, axis, basis, basis, parenthesis, parenthesis, crisis, crisis, analysis, analysis, hypothesis, hypothesis for hypothesis, oasis, 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 phenomenon, phenomena, that's a different behavior now, phenomenon, phenomena, criterion, criteria. Okay, thesis become theses. Okay, now for compound nouns, compound nouns, some of them have become one word, some of them are hyphenated. Alright? If a compound word has become, a compound noun has become one word, the plural form will be different from when it is hyphenated. Alright? When a compound noun is hyphenated, as you can see, we add S to the principal word. So here is lookaron. Lookaron. The plural form is lookers on. Lookers on. Son-in-law. Sons-in-law. Man of war. Men of war, of course. We've given you the rule, changing the internal vowel. Then, these compound nouns have become one word. So the plural form will be different from what you had earlier. So spoonful will be spoonfuls. Mouthful for mouthfuls. Handful, handfuls. Armful, armfuls. Cupful, cupfuls. Commander-in-chief is like this one, or these ones. Now, commander-in-chief, the S will come, will join the commander. So commanders-in-chief. Please, the chief doesn't form the plural. It is commander that does. So these are some of the things you need to know about the irregular nouns as we try to round off with the uncountable or uncount nouns. So, uncountable nouns. These are nouns that do not have plural forms. Like I had explained earlier, it is not whether they can be countable or whether they can be counted or not. It is about the fact that grammatically speaking, they do not have plural forms, except in some special usages. I'll explain one or two of them. Okay, words like milk, we don't have milks. That's what we mean. It is not countable in the sense that grammatically you don't have S attached to it, except when you put it to measure a jar of milk. Therefore, you have jars of milk. Alright? Then we have water. Now, water can be used in the plural form only when you're talking of water in a stream or in the ocean. So you can talk of the waters when you're talking of water in the stream or in the ocean. So you hear things like international waters. It is the body of water we're talking about. But when water is in a container, it is not pluralized. Okay. So we have rice, coffee, tea, ink, oxygen, liberty, justice. When justice refers to the men who adjudicate, who interpret laws, you can talk of justices when you're talking of individuals. But justice as an idea is not a plural noun. Alright? Life. I explained when we talked about the countable nouns earlier. Life, when it means an individual's ability to breathe, can take the plural form, which is lives. But when life means all activities in the world, life is not count. So this place now, we take life as all activities around you. In that case, life is not countable. It's not a plural noun. Okay. Then we have beauty, democracy, staff. These are all uncountable nouns. Iron, wool, money, honesty, gold, butter, silver, wood, paper. Please take note of this. Paper is not count. That is why you have a piece of paper or pieces of paper. We have glass. Glass is only count when you're talking of the protection for your eyes, eyeglasses. That's only when glass becomes count. Okay. Copper, steel, air, breeze, furniture, and potential. Please, I've heard so many people say potentials. It's not correct. When potential means one's ability, the inner strength that one has, it is potential. I think potentials can only be used in physics when you're talking of the electric field, but that's not here. Okay, so that's the uncountable nouns or the uncount noun, whichever you prefer. We are looking at nouns that do not have the plural form. This is not all. We've talked about clergy before, we've talked about youth, we've talked about police, and all that. Those are all examples of the uncountable noun. Some of them do not accept the singular verb at all. Some do. So take note of how to use them and study affiliate lessons to get to know more. Thank you so much for being part of ISIFE EDUBLOG. And don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like these videos so we keep growing. Thank you.